So the problem is to find duplicate numbers in an array of length n plus 1 with values 1 to n in O of n time, and the trick is to find this in O of 1 extra space and without modifying the array. So how we can do this is by viewing nums as a linked list where every value points to another value in the array. So for example, 1 points to index 1, which is 3. 3 points to index 3, which is 2. And then 2 points to index 2, which is 4, and so on. And the trick here is to notice that you have a cycle, and this is essentially a cycle detection problem. And so we could find the cycle using slow and fast pointers, which is the first step. So while slow is not equal to fast, slow is equal to nums slow, and then fast will move twice as fast as slow. Nums fast. Slow and fast will always meet inside of the cycle. And the start of the cycle will always be a duplicate number because there's two ways to get to that duplicate number, and we have infinite steps. So the very first number that will be revisited is going to be that duplicate number. So take these variables where L is the distance from the head to the start of the cycle. X is from the start of the cycle to where slow and fast meet within the cycle. And then Y is from that point to the beginning of the cycle. So I'll show you a little proof on how we can find the start of the cycle. We know that the total distance traveled by slow is going to be L plus X, and that the total distance traveled by fast is going to be twice as much as that because we're making twice as many steps. And so we can rewrite fast to be equal to L plus X plus NC. Because fast will have completed at least one lap before it meets with slow. And that's where that term NC comes from. And so we can simplify this a little bit further. And you'll notice that this term right here is actually equal to y. So this equation right here shows that if you move from this point right here one lap, and then plus a little bit distance y, then that will be equal to L. And so at that point is exactly where the beginning of the cycle is. We know that if we have one pointer that starts at the beginning and one that starts at the point where they initially met within the cycle, then eventually they will meet, and they will first meet at the beginning of the cycle. And that would look like this in code. When they meet, that is your duplicate value, and you can return that, and you have solved the find duplicate numbers in an array in O of 1 extra space and O of 1